Hello, community, and we are back with another community introduction. We have with us today Mr. Michael Wilborn. How you doing? It is Michael Wilborn, right?
Wilborn, yes.
Okay, how are you doing today?
How you doing?
I am doing great. Tell us a little bit about yourself.
Well, of course, my name is Michael Wilborn. I'm a native of Fort Worth, Texas. I went to school at Dunbar High School. Go Wildcats!
Go Wildcats!
And so after high school, I went to Tarrant County College for a couple of years, and then I started auditioning. I'm a vocalist as well as a musician. I play keyboards and I sing as well as write. So after high school, I went ahead and did some auditioning. I got a full scholarship to LSU and went off to school for 4 years, studied voice, and after that, I felt like God gave me the vision to start up the Wilborn Music Studio.
Okay.
Wilborn Music Studio. Okay, well, basically our mission is to educate and to equip. We want to equip musicians so that they can go out and perform, whether it be at church, whether it be at different venues, so that they can be successful at what they want to do. Our motto is make your dream your reality. We want you to make your dream your reality.
Well, that's cool. And I saw your location. How did you pick your location?
Well, it's very interesting. My parents, about 25 years ago, had a business in that location.
Okay.
They had a pet store, and they sold fish, aquariums, birds, and whatnot. And so years went by, of course, and nothing was done with that place after they separated. And so, like I say, I got the vision to start up this business. It actually came in a dream.
Okay.
And so I went ahead and started putting money into fixing up the building, fixing it up, and it took months, of course, and hence Wilborn Music Studio.
And it looks great, you guys. He did a wonderful job.
Well,
How long have you been in business?
We've been open for about 6 months, close to 6 months. January 28th, so
Okay.
was our first date of operation.
Well, I'm sure if you show before and after, it looks really good. Now, and I just want to commend you seriously because you've done a great job with it. You have rooms that's set up with equipment because most people that start out don't even have the equipment that they need. So I commend you on that.
Well, even that, I mean, it's so many blessings. I have to give God all the praise because it's so many blessings that came about. People were donating equipment.
Oh,
A guy
good.
donated like 2 or 3 keyboards to us. So a lady donated a drum set to us. So we've been really fortunate.
Well, people obviously believe in your vision, and it has to be a God-given vision for all those blessings to be coming forth.
Definitely.
So that's
Definitely.
good. So what age groups do you work with?
Really good question, and I get that question all the time. It really depends upon the child.
Okay.
I tell people all the time, Mozart wrote his first symphony at 4 years old.
Okay.
So, I mean, your child may be extraordinarily talented or gifted. And so what I suggest is if a child can say their ABCs from beginning to end, then they're pretty much ready to start music instruction.
Okay.
Yeah.
If they can say their ABCs from beginning to end.
Yes.
Okay.
That's pretty much the criteria. Of course, we always assess children because everybody's different.
Right.
Mainly, we suggest that if a child is under the age of 7 or 8, 30 minutes is about all we would suggest.
Okay.
A 30-minute lesson. Because kids' attention spans, of course, aren't as long as adults. So
Okay.
around 30-minute lesson for someone who's under 7 or 8 years old.
Okay. Now, do you come from a musically inclined family?
Well, not really.
Not really.
Surprisingly. Not really. But, of course, I have a grandmother who played by ear and she sang. But my mom doesn't necessarily sing. Dad doesn't necessarily sing. Brothers and sisters on my mom's side don't necessarily sing or play any instrument. I have 3 triplets brothers that play. Of course, you met them. They play guitar, but that's about it. I
You
mean,
don't play anything?
who, me?
Yeah.
Yes, I play keyboards
Okay.
as well as sing.
Okay.
Yeah, vocals are my main thing.
Okay.
Yeah, and then keyboard secondary.
So who inspired you with this vision?
Well, you know, so many people.
Okay.
Because I've studied with so many different people and seeing people do it, seeing people do lessons, seeing people teach. I've had so many different teachers. I mean, everybody from middle school teachers on up have inspired me, you know. So, you know,
That's good.
it's been quite a few people who have inspired me.
So how far do you plan to take your vision?
I feel like the sky is not the limit.
It's not the limit. That's
It's not the
good.
limit. I want to take it as far as God allows me to take it.
Okay.
And, you know, so I want to take it beyond my expectations of it.
Okay.
And so, you know, of course, like I said, the vision is to equip musicians. I mean, I want to help musicians become all that they want to become. You know, make your dream your reality. That's the motto. You know, so whatever you can dream up, we want to help you make that dream your reality.
Okay. Now, we ask this of everyone that come on the show. If there was a youth that wanted to do what you do, what advice would you give them?
The first thing that I would say is get an education. Because anytime that you're teaching anything or you're trying to inspire someone, it's always good to have some type of certification, some type of degree in the area of expertise that you choose. People just take you a little bit more seriously when you actually have a degree. It's not to say that you can't do it if you don't have a degree, but I suggest get specialized training. In anything that you want to do, try to get specialized training. I know you yourself can identify with that. This is highly specialized training, what you're doing. So I say get an education. Learn as much as you can about what you do as you can. Learn as much as you can. Read books. And see, education is just not necessarily behind the walls of a university.
That's true.
You can get education just by going to your library, getting on the internet, studying about music, studying about your instrument, studying with us at Wilborn Music Studio.
That's right.
So, you know, get an education and learn all you can. Other thing that I would say is find mentors, you know, and find people that are doing what you want to do and just be around them, you know, develop a relationship with them. Develop that relationship on purpose and just learn all you can learn. And once you learn, then you can earn from what you've learned.
Oh, man, that's good. Once you've learned, you can earn from what you've learned. That's good. Make that a motto, too. Okay, now tell me, what instruments do you teach?
Okay, well, we have about 7 or 8 instructors on staff. We teach saxophone, guitar, drum lessons, piano lessons, voice lessons, and more. I say and more because we even are about to start up a songwriting workshop. So we're going to be teaching songwriting, and we're in the process of opening up a recording studio.
Good.
So we'll have lessons on how to make beats, how to run the equipment, the sound equipment in the studio. So we're going to be working on that as well.
So are you actually going to have the equipment that you will be able to produce the beats?
Yes,
Oh,
we'll have the
good.
equipment inside the studio, and we'll have lessons on how to create beats, how to run the equipment, how to run the sound equipment, and everything.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yes.
So that's good, and I know there are a lot of aspiring artists out there, so they're going to need that
Oh,
service.
definitely. And the unique thing about our studio is that we teach a number of genres as well. We teach jazz, gospel, classical music, teach you how to read music as well as how to play by ear. So if you hear something on the radio, we can teach you to the point to where you can hear that and be able to play it as well.
And you know what? You just started in January, in the heart of the recession.
Right.
Did that not defer you at all?
No, it did not. Because anytime I know God has given me a vision, I have to move by faith.
And that's true.
And you know, don't get me wrong. I mean, I understand we're in a recession and all this stuff, but I don't really feel like I'm in a recession per se.
And you know what? That's good, because during the last recession, there were more millionaires birthed out of that, because everybody is not broke. And that's a time to where if you're really in God's plan, you're going to gather up and you're going to make money, because houses are going down to pennies on the dollar. And people that got money are buying them up
Ain't that
and
something?
selling them and making a big profit. But my friend just bought a $600,000 home. She only
Really?
paid $200,000 for it.
That is awesome.
Awesome. I'm like, oh my God.
That's why it's all in perspective.
Right,
Because you know what you're talking about is a buyer's market.
right.
When the economy is down, that's called a buyer's market. In other words, that's the time to buy a home.
That's right.
But a lot of people are scared to buy the homes because they're saying, man, we're in a recession.
That's right.
So perspective is very important when you're looking at a situation.
And that's true. So that's why I'm just glad that you didn't let that recession part stop you, because a lot of people are afraid, like, man, this is the worst time to go in business, but
Right.
it seems like you're doing pretty good.
And I had some people to tell me, are you sure you want to do this? Are you sure you want to do this? Because I was working for the school district at the time. So I said, well, I have to move by faith.
So you completely are an entrepreneur now.
Completely.
This is all you do
This
since
is
January.
all I do.
Wow, that was a
And
leap of faith.
Of course, I'm a musician too, so I play and perform in different places as well. But
Okay.
yeah, this is all I do.
That is awesome. See, I didn't know that. That's good.
Yeah, this is
Well,
it.
wow. Hats off for real.
Well, I just give all the praise to God. It's not me.
Well, it's good you was watching that television and you saw my show, and look where he's sitting, y'all.
That's right. That's right. This is the woman right here. Yeah.
All right.
All right.
So are there any shout-outs that you would like to give to anyone?
Well, I'd like to give a shout out to all my Wildcats at Dunbar High School. I'd like to give a shout out to my Tigers at LSU. And I'd like to give a shout out to Fort Worth in general. Fort Worth, I love you. I mean, this is where I come from. This is where I've been born and bred. So I love you, Fort Worth.
All right, then. Well, we thank you for having this community introduction with Sylvia.
Thank you very
and
much.
I wish
Sir.
you big success
Thank you very much.
in your business.
Thank you very much.
Read about it, hear about it. Y'all know about this. Y'all know about this. Read about it.